So we start off with, look at all the time that you wasted. So very cool starting line. It implies to me, that implies like a fast pace. Like we're losing out on time. We got to move faster. We got to go. What's interesting is that she's directing it at someone. She's like pointing the finger at someone. At this stage, it's unclear if she is speaking, like who she's directing it at. She could very easily be talking to herself. She could be talking to us, the listener, or she could be talking to a third party or group of people. Yeah, but we're not sure yet. But the idea is like, okay, we're wasting time. We've got to get moving. The next line is, you could put the fire out at any time. So first off, I have complained about this on some of the other episodes, the use of the word fire. This is actually a pretty cool use of it. This is a pretty unique use of the word fire, in my opinion. Like, you could put the fire out at any time. It's like a quick way to summarize, very quick way to summarize the idea of like, there is a problem here, but you could fix the problem anytime you'd want, right? So rather than the fire being like the focus, it's more of like, okay, it's a quick metaphor to give us an idea of what, to sort of simplify the conflict for us. All right. Like there is you could fix this anytime you wanted. But this also gives us a good story beat. So rather than, I like to take the lyrics in chronological order, just because I think that's like a good way to look at a song, right? I mean, we listen to a song chronologically. We start at the beginning of the song, go to the end, and then we judge the quality of the song. It's like, I think it's important to start chronologically and find the places where maybe the song works, where it doesn't work, where it might fall apart, and where we ultimately come up with the determination of like, this is a really good song, or this is a really shit song, So I will kind of retroactively go back and be like, okay, maybe that first interpretation didn't quite make sense. So in this case, I said the first line implies a fast pace. Now we're actually giving a little bit of extra context where it's not so much that we're moving at a fast pace. It's that you are not resolving the issue that you should be resolving. You are avoiding it. That's what this means. You could put the fire out at any time, but you're wasting time. And then that gets kind of confirmed in the next line, which is, too afraid to face it, got to fly higher. Which the way that she says higher, that's when she does that harmony. Again, here, hold on, I'm going to play it while I take some water. Nope, too far. You almost miss that she's saying higher because of the way that she kind of does her little musical improv there, or whatever you want to call it, her little melody at the end. So yeah, the line though is, too afraid to face it, got to fly higher. So in this case, we now have it confirmed. This person is, or this, whoever it is, again, we don't know who she's directing this at. It could be her, it could be us, it could be third party, but they're too afraid to face the issue, too afraid to, put the fire out. And interesting choice of words here. She says, got to fly higher. I think this is kind of cool because usually that phrase fly higher, or like fly high, it's like a positive phrase. It means like succeed and to improve, right? But in this case, she's using it as a way to show the extent to which this person or this subject will avoid putting the fire out or avoid facing the issue. I think it's a cool and purposeful choice of words, considering the second verse, which we aren't there yet, but I can take it kind of into account. What this kind of means to me is like, this person is actually flying high, as in succeeding and convincing themselves to succeed as a means of avoiding the fire, which is kind of cool. We might come back to that. But yeah, interesting word choice there. Too afraid to face it, got to fly higher. So then she says, try to keep the animal inside. it's a fine line. We've heard this before, but it's really just saying that, like, okay, this subject has a darker side to them. They're trying to keep it from coming out. It's kind of the same thing as the fire, right? You know, there's it, but I think what it's doing is the fire could have been seen as an external issue. This is now like, this is an internal issue that our character is facing. Yeah, I that's it for that line. Try to keep the animal inside. But then we get one too many secrets to hide. So now we get like, okay, our character is starting to crack a little bit. There's this part of themselves, the fire, the animal, whatever you want to call it. It's become, we're losing control of it, right? And they're going to probably need to face it. I mean, essentially what we're getting at is like their sins, their darkness, whatever it is, they're going to have to face it one way or another. And then this kind of gets confirmed, kind of not, but let me discuss it in detail with the next line. She says, and I cannot hold on. So this is cool. This is actually a very important line because I think well, first off, it gives us a subject, right? Or multiple subjects, actually. So there's two ways that you can view this, and I'm actually going to approach this simultaneously. I think it's both of these ways kind of moving throughout the whole song. So first, I think this whole verse has been her talking about herself, and now she's getting to the point where she can't deal with it anymore. She can't keep living the way that she's been living, avoiding what's inside. So she is the sinner who has been avoiding her sins, and now she's going to face them. The second way that you can interpret this line, and I cannot hold on, is that she is holding out for a sinner. So this whole verse has been her talking directly to somebody else, and her saying, I cannot hold on, is her kind of coming to this realization of like, you're not changing and I can't keep waiting, right? I can't keep holding out hope that you're going to reform yourself. I actually think that both of these interpretations are true. And I think we'll just keep up with both of them as we continue through the song. But yeah, I think, I think you'll see why I went with this, but these are the two ways that you can take it at this point, right? It's either her talking about herself and how she has sinned and she can't keep hiding all the secrets and keeping the animal inside and all that, or it's her talking about a third party and how she can't keep holding on, waiting for them to change, right? So overall, from a lyrical perspective, this verse is great. This is a great verse. We've set up, we've potentially set up two characters in two conflicts. First being Amy, talking about herself and her struggles with the avoiding problems on her end, but then a potential second struggle of her holding out hope for somebody else to turn around and change, right? So we've got our characters. We have the obstacle, which is that characters are not facing their sins, and then kind of this incoming conflict, which is we're going to need to face them. The secrets are building up. We can't keep hiding them. And so what's going to happen? We don't know yet, but we do know, like, facing your inner demons and like reconciling with yourself, that's a huge psychological hurdle for a lot of people. And I think she captures that really well in with these lyrics and with the way she sings it. It's very tense, it's very stressful and frustrating. And so, yeah, we've got characters, we've got a conflict. Great first verse. We're just rolling. So then we get into the next section.